Okay, our next demo is from Legal Faceoff, which is, to me, the paradigmatic example of what's wrong with the legal profession.
Put it in.
This is Legal Faceoff allows you to do remote alternative dispute resolution. Something that should have existed 10 years ago, but does not exist, but for the fact that lawyers think you've got to be sitting in the room, physically present to negotiate and arbitrate and mediate. So Yaron, who's also not an attorney, he takes non-attorneys to push the legal envelope because they don't know the limits of the law. Actually, I helped to start a company that ended up becoming Vonage. And the thing we did with Vonage was we hired no one from the telecom world. Because everyone from the telecom world says you can't do that. You can't create a phone company on a broadband network, blah, blah, blah. So there are some lawyers who are demoing tonight, but Yaron, tell us what you're up to.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Askin. So yes, I'm not a lawyer. When I came actually to this world, it's called ADR, which is Alternative Dispute Resolution, I wanted to see how would the world in the future would want lawyers to interact with lawyers. The world of lawyers is changing tremendously, like I was mentioned before, LegalZoom, Market Lawyer, they're taking whatever is below the traditional way of doing lawyering from document or litigation. But we thought, okay, so what about the average Joe? Like, the common person, the civil litigation. So what are his options today? Either you can find, a lawyer and use them in a lot of ways, but how would the future would look like? So we took the approach, okay, so what do mediators or arbitrators need in the future? So they need a closed system. Some lawyers today use Skype. Skype belongs to Microsoft. Is it dedicated? No. Is it open? Yes. They can do whatever they want with it? Yes. There is a Dropbox. Would you use your customer Dropbox to send you documents? No, of course not. So there's a lot of legal services that lawyers want to use, but there's the corporate issues, the privacy issues, which they are not enabling to do so. So we took the approach, okay, so let's build a platform that uses, for example, a scheduler, a closed video session, a document management, case management, put it in one place and location, and bring basically the litigation to the next level. People don't have to go to the lawyer office today. Same happening today with the health industry and the banking industry. There is no physical need to go to an office or a physical location. Of course, this is again we go the implication of international, of course. How many times there's international issues today that are going on in the world today. So definitely we're eliminating the physical location, and of course also, hey, guess what? It's a global phenomenon. Every country in the world have issue with commercial and private civil litigation. Case law is on the rise. California is a great example. We actually going to launch in California soon. California just announced that they're going to cut a third of the courts. All the civil courts are going to be cut off. They don't have money for that. So what are the people to do? They have to go to the private sector. The private sector can handle it now because there's all these issues that are going around. So this is what we came up with the idea of, okay, so let's build a system and release it. This is just a demo. It's not the full version. We're going probably to launch a different version in a couple of weeks and we'll tell you a little bit what other things we're doing. So the basic idea, okay, so you're a mediator, you need to set up, a case, you have someone a case with someone. So let's go to my cases right now. So this is the list of cases, the mediators. We have where it's happening, you have all the information, what happened inside, and then more information, who is the guy, what's the issues. People can upload documents, it's a secure document, people can just upload, you don't have permission, to view it for the other two sides of the litigation. So we come back, try really to envision how would a mediator would use it, and also play with how would a person would want to use the legal system or to go to a lawyer. Of course, this is not for complication issues. We're not there yet, but for sure, if you for litigation up to $20,000, $30,000, definitely that can be done today in our perspective. So again, the mediator can initiate a scheduler for the two sides. Everybody gets a token, go into a calendar. They can get, okay, so when do we want to meet? Or maybe they want to meet alone only with the mediator or the arbitrator. Again, we do have all these options. Again, when the day comes, everybody just join in the room. Now we have a lot of cool features as a mediator to have it. So for example, you have to control the mediation. Now this is a closed circuit. I can record it. I can transcribe it. I can do it. Eventually, right now we're talking with an Israeli company to do a translation, right there and there, so we can actually review it later on. We're going to have the new version, and we have people to have to put notes if they want to do that. But it's also about the control. So first of all, first rule of control, you are above everybody else. Then you know exactly who is in control. Second thing right now, for example, I can put timer. What time the guy, how many times you said the person have to leave in 5 minutes? Rest your case. We can put a timer to the person. Whatever person starts shouting, happens. So we can mute the guy. Actually, some people actually requesting block him totally, if the person is not behaving the right way in the litigation. So all these issues, again, evidence, like the mediator can choose which evidence to show to both sides. Right now, we also in the new version, we also have people can sign directly, find all this information right there and there. So again, we try to smooth, make it easier, accessible, user-friendly to the mediator and arbitrator. We launched in Holland, actually, from all places, in a couple of months ago. Actually, right now it's mostly divorce, which I guess too many people get divorced. But again, the implications are global. Like we're in talks with a lot of countries right now. We're going to launch in the US what's called a plug and play. Mediator will get the white label solution. You can just log in, put information, and have a full solution spectrum of what we have in the platform that to start working tomorrow with his own clinic. We found that the idea that change won't come from the consumer, change would come from the legal profession in a way. So actually we have a full set of people who are waiting to start using the program very, very soon. And that's basically it. Thank you.
Thanks, Yaron. Questions? By the way, it's a divorce, a great example when you do not want to be in the same room negotiating.
So I was wondering, what does the agreement look like when the parties submit to their dispute to the...
We are only a platform. We are not any side in the whatever happened between the people. They're under the contract of the litigator right now. So when you go to a mediator, you sign an agreement with them. We have the mediator signed with us that that all the information that is being used in the system belongs to them. We don't record it, we don't view it, we don't play with it. It's kind of like belong to the case itself. So we're just providing the tool for him to have a tech tool to have his streamline his own practice right there and there.
Can I just ask, are you doing your own video backend, or are you integrating with a bunch of other technologies?
Well, again, because of privacy issues, it has to be a closed system. Otherwise, people will jump. All the laws will jump on me, which already they jumped on me. It's a closed system. We took a couple of video service programs, and we kind of play with them a little bit. So we add all these features that we can add more and more to the thing. So it's not open at all. It's all closed and controlled by us.
Okay, I just mentioned it because I recently did an arbitration hearing with the witnesses appearing via Skype. And that worked great for my witnesses who were on a stable broadband connection, and it worked terribly for witnesses who were on hotel Wi-Fi somewhere. So I think a big selling point of this is if you tell me that there's going to be some reliability that I can bank on.
In Holland, which we have one server, I think in Germany, people are amazed how it works. It just, again, because Skype is such a scalable, bigger, all these issues how they do it. If you have a dedicated server and you close by to the people, the quality of sound and video is superb. It's unbelievable.
Any more questions?
Just a follow-up to that. Any competitors in your space? What are your biggest competitors?
Modria came out with a similar solution. They're not worldwide yet, and they don't have a full video solution, which we kind of have. But you know what? I spoke with a lot of people, from the industry. Everybody is dinosaurs, and we're really fighting big guys right now. So it doesn't matter if I have a competitor or not. The whole industry has to push itself and let's move it forward. So if they're pushing it on their side, actually it's great for me. If I'm pushing my side, it's great for them. So competition actually it's in good the legal place right now. Because the whole system I think are falling apart right now, so it's a big market.
Okay. Thanks, Yaron.
No.